Well, good morning, good morning. Happy Sabbath, everyone. Here it is, David, your life coach, your pastor. Here we are. This is the season. This is September 14th, right? Saturday, September 14th, 2024. God is revealing your character. That is the title. God is revealing your character. We are seeing it in our family members. We are seeing it at church. We are seeing it in the news. We're seeing it at work, where God is revealing the true character of individuals. And what you do in the private time matters. When no one is looking, what you do, it matters. We are in a season where there is revelation for promotion, and some people, there's judgment. Due to the revelations, others are going through promotion, others are going to judgment because he is revealing what is going on to everybody. Okay? So when we are with the Lord privately and nobody else sees, nobody else knows, or when we're not with the Lord and we're letting everything else take over our time and our character is not good, that is what's going on. Okay? So God is promoting others and he's bringing others down. Okay, so the examples I want to talk about today is the promotion and judgment in David and Saul's life. See, these promotions and these judgments shows how God does not have favorites. He's just based on how you have been living. So 1 Samuel chapter 15, when we go in, we see one day Samuel said to Saul, "It was the Lord who told me to anoint you as king of his people, Israel. Now listen to this message from the Lord. This is what the Lord of heaven's armies has declared. I have decided to settle accounts with the nation of Amalek for opposing Israel when they came from Egypt. Now go and completely destroy the entire Amalekite nation, men, women, children, babies, cattle, sheep, goats, camels, and donkeys." Because he got a direct message. Okay. So the prophet came to Saul, who was the first king of Israel. And he says, "This is the word of the Lord." But as we go down to 8, he find out he did not kill, verse 8, he did not kill the king, and he kept the best calves, the best sheep. So then in verse 10, the Lord wakes up Samuel and he says, "I'm sorry that I have made Saul king, for he has not been loyal to me and has refused to obey my command." Saul was so deeply moved when he heard this that he cried out to the Lord all night. Early the next morning, Samuel goes to find Saul. Saul is so excited. "Look what I did. Da, da, da." Samuel's like, "Why didn't you listen? You got your assignment. Why didn't you do your assignment?" So here it is. When God gives you an assignment, you need to be obedient. Okay? Because their disobedience will remove the blessings and the protection of God over your life. It will remove the spirit realm over you. See, Saul had a covering, not just from the prophet, but from God and the angels. Now, this was not the first time that Saul was disobedient to the direct command of God. This is not the first time. Now we're going to 1 Samuel 15, 1 through 9, when the final disobedience occurred, right? We went over that already. We are seeing many souls in the news, right? Many Sauls. In every sphere of influence, Sauls are falling. Now God is calling on the Davids, the ones who love God with all their heart and soul. David shows up on the scene, right there on the scene. 1 Samuel 16. Now we're over here. And Samuel goes out to find Oh, hello, hello. Thank you for joining me. Yes, the question, if you don't sin, then Jesus Christ died in vain. Oh, here's the thing, is he covers everything. But this is from the Old Testament. Okay, at that time, they were going off of the altar and killing the animals. Okay, so here we are. Samuel goes to find the next king of Israel. And he says that when he went, he's asking his father to bring all of the sons to him. And so in 1 Samuel 16, verse 7, it says, but the Lord says, don't judge by his appearance or height, for I have rejected him. The Lord doesn't see things the way you see them. People judge by outward appearance, but the Lord looks at the heart. How is your heart posture at this time? This is the time in the world where God is bringing down people with stony hearts, and he's lifting up people with hearts for God, hearts that we want to go with God, hearts are where we want to listen to God. Okay, so then Samuel 16, verse 12, even though earlier God told Samuel, don't listen, don't listen, don't watch your eyes, but he wrote down what he saw in David. What Samuel saw in David was a dark and handsome with beautiful eyes. And the Lord said, this is the one, anoint him. So already there, they say about David, he's handsome, he's good looking, he, beautiful eyes, he's dark complexion. But we know right there that he has a heart for God. All right. So then Samuel anoints David as the next king of Israel. Then we go down even further. He was anointed and appointed in verses 12 and 13. Then we go down and we see that in verses 14 that Saul lost the protection. It says right here, now the Spirit of the Lord had left Saul, and the Lord sent a tormenting spirit that filled him with depression and fear. So right there, it talks about demons. When your heart posture isn't right with the Lord, it gives you access for the demonic realm. So now the protection that Saul had is now going to David. And now here we are. This God is calling the Davids. Are you a David at this time? Is your heart right with God at this time? Have you been speaking to him in private? Have you been praising the Lord? Have you been with him and walking with him? How is your heart? He is saying, I am coming for the Davids. And so when the people who worked at the palace saw what was going on with Saul, they said, we know someone who can help you. Someone said David's name. Who is calling your name? So here, I'm going to call on the name of Jesse right here. I'm calling on the name of Sumanti, okay? I'm calling on the name of Everett. Call your name. Put your name in here. Put your name in here. Because God is calling on you. This rest of this 2024, God is calling your name, okay? So he says, one of Jesse's sons from Bethlehem, this is verse 18 in chapter 16, as a talented harp player. Not only that, he's a brave warrior, a man of war, and has good judgment. See, who you are is going to go before you. Who you are is going to go before you. He's also a fine-looking young man, and the Lord is with him. That's what's going to happen. So Saul sent messengers to get David. Okay, Saul loved David so much that he became his armor bearer. That means he followed him. He had him all organized, not just with the armor, but making sure his house was in order, making sure he was together when he went into battle. So not only was he there for the spirits, he was there for the physical things. He was Saul's behind the scene. When Saul murdered someone, he finished the job. That's what an armor bearer is. God is bringing people. Thank you. Come on, Samantha. Yes, you have a testimony. Thank you for sharing your testimony. So this is what God is doing. He's setting you up for your next. He's setting you up based on your heart posture right now. Your heart posture that you had for years and nobody paid attention to you. But God knows who you are. See, when God chose Saul, he was the best looking man. He was taller than everybody else. Oh, yeah, that man could be king. But now he's like, we can't look at the outward. We now have to look at the heart. All right. So the rest of the year will be promotions for you in the natural to set you up for where your final destination is. We're talking about final destination, okay? When you're in your 70s, 80s, 90s, final destination. This promotion has to do with your heart posture with the Creator, okay? You will be spending the next 2 to 3 years growing into your new assignment. Your new assignment. What is your assignment in the earth? Many people have getting calls for new jobs. What is your new promotion? Okay, it could be a new parent, a new grandparent, okay, new degree, new volunteer. You're getting promoted. So God bless you. I hope this word has brought something to light. That the same way you've seen people getting removed, God is promoting you. Have a blessed day.